Okay, finished with the plunge, doing a longer video. I don't know how long it's going to be. Oh, jeez. Oh, still pretty cold. I just got out maybe a minute ago. I had to get everything reset again. And I quickly posted the short. I don't know if I like this new format of like being far away. I think the closer up's probably better, so we're probably going to stick with that. But I wanted this to kind of show some stuff off today that I got for my birthday. Not that anybody really cares, but I thought, why not? First, from my brother-in-law, which is really funny. So me and him both really like Batman. And like 3 months ago, I saw these. Same things he got me in Walmart. And I thought, well, we just got to get them because they're great. I don't know if you've heard of these fugglers. They're the ugliest freaking things I've ever seen. The teeth. Look at the teeth. They're awful. And the eyes. This Batman. It's so terrible. There is a Superman and a Harley also. But God, these are awful. But I love Batman and the Joker. And he got me these. So good on him. And I got them for him also. For his birthday. Later on, like a couple months from now. And then my brother, maybe I didn't grab it, so I'll wait. My father-in-law, I play disc golf. I don't know if you guys know what it is, but we get these misprint ones. So you get like a box of 3 for super cheap. And the prints on them are bad, so that's why you get them for cheap. So he got me those, and then he wrote on the box some of my more salacious sayings whilst playing disc golf. Watch out for that tree. Nice, which is something you say right before it all goes bad. But mostly it's I have one. You gotta be fist expletive-ing me. I say that all the time. And then there's one more, and I must have dropped the box, so I'm going to pause the video real quick and go grab it. There we go. Okay, so now, I don't know how much of a saying this is for folks, but it tracks well for me. My brother got this for me. It's the world's tiniest violin. With sound. I tend to be a rather bombastic individual, and although I'm not as much of a complainer as some people might think I am, I'm just a little very emotive, which maybe you see when I'm getting another plunge. I'm probably laying it on thick. It's just how I am. I'm a bit of a performer. That's why I'm probably doing this. Comes with a little booklet. It's pretty great. I'm not going to read through it, but it's hilarious what's inside. And what you get is a little stand to hold your world's tiniest violin with a bow. And then, when it just seems like the world ain't going your way, need to get Lindsay Sterling in on this. And it just keeps going. It's pretty great. I love it. Just anytime. It's the best. I had to share it because it was hilarious to me, all these things I got. I laughed out loud for those fugglers and for this. This was top notch. So, thanks, brother. Cold plunge today. Jesus Christ, that was awful. Absolutely trash. Well, I guess today wasn't as worse as the other days. I think my hand's inside at the same time. There's less, like, temperature contrast. Hold on, I need to get dressed. yeah, less temperature contrast in the while you're in. So I think maybe your body doesn't realize it. So like when the hands are out, it's like it just seems like it's colder. But I like having it in my hand and close up while we're doing the actual video. So I suppose I can deal with that for 3 minutes. Because it was definitely a lot easier today, although it wasn't 48 degrees like yesterday. Yesterday was awful. But I am still shivering a little bit. It's like on and off when I need to shiver. Oh man. Got all the memes flying today with the Trump-Elon breakup, which is just hilarious. No matter which side you're on, it's got to be funny, right? Again, not picking sides. Just standing back with my bag of popcorn as the show goes on. Myself, I liked Elon before, I liked him during, I liked him after. I don't know what to believe as far as how the media is portraying him. You know, because he became he was a darling of the left until he wasn't, and then he was hated. And of course, people on the right didn't like him until he became, the darling of the right and the savior for getting Trump elected, I guess. And then, just both sides skewing what's going on. And in my opinion, I don't think he's changed much. I think he's a dude. He's on a mission to go do things. Like anybody else, he's fallible. And when you put a microscope onto his life, it seems pretty, like you put a microscope on anybody's life and you follow him. And you got 330 million people plus the rest of the world watching. Things are going to get blown up and taken out of context. And I don't know. I never really had an issue with him. Sure, you could look at specific instances and start honing in on it, but at the end of the day, I don't think either thing's a big deal. I like what he stood for, which was let's get electric vehicles going. Let's try and get an alternate way of doing things going. Is it necessarily the best way? No, but hey, it's a point in the direction. From what I can tell, he never really patented. Well, he patented his stuff, but then he let other people use his patents. Didn't have to do that, so I think a lot of the other companies, and again, maybe I'm wrong, fact check me, tell me in the comments or whatever. But seems to me that he's just out there trying to better for humanity. He's gonna make mistakes like anybody's gonna make mistakes. Anyway. I don't even know why I started talking about that. All I know is the memes is funny. Oh, that's why. It was the memes. All these crazy memes coming around. I'm not going to go over all of them. But watching both Twitters, X's, tweets, messages, whatever you want to call them, flying at each other was hilarious. I don't really do Twitter myself. When I was an Army recruiter, I had one because you kind of needed it for that. I tried to make a Snapchat. That's not really my thing. I'm probably just aged out of it. And that's when I got Instagram too, which it's a little bit easier to work with. I like Instagram, but I don't really want to post on it. But it's good for stuff. Again, social's got its place in the world, I think it's cemented in there. I just wish it didn't absorb us as much as it does. Anyway, that's the plunge for today, post-plunge. It took like 20 minutes altogether, doing the plunge and doing the video. I don't know how many of these long forms will do, but I had to do this today because it was just great. Anyway, you all have a great day.